for this purpose, I have set up a simple machine here. As you can see, there is a server with old SSH keys. I just booted the server with a key which has been with me for a very long time. Now, this is the key I want to replace. I want to add another key so that I can log into the server and remove the old key or keep it for some time, and then slowly I can sunset them at a different point in time. So how do I do that? So as we are going to do it with SSM, it comes with its own set of prerequisites. One is that SSM agent should already be installed in your server and it should be running. Since you have the old key, so even if you don't have the agent, you can go ahead and install them and get it running. If you don't know how to do it, if you go to my GitHub article, you'll be able to find it because we have been using SSM quite often now. That is the first prerequisite. The next one is having an IAM role. This IAM role will enable SSM service to run some commands in your EC2 instance. So again, this IAM role is also there in the document where you will be installing the SSM agent. I'll just put the link also below the comments or somewhere here on the screen so you can go ahead and do that. So how are we going to do that? If you go to AWS SSM Systems Manager under Manage Instances, this instance should pop up for you because the agent is running and it is constantly communicating with the servers. So we need a new set of keys for that so that we can connect to the server. So we are going to generate those keys and we are going to use RSA keys. And don't want a passphrase now, so I'm just going to give null passphrase and we'll want to quietly generate it, and I'm going to give them the file name as this month so that we can do that later also. So I'm just going to call it November 19 keys. So if I go ahead and do something like this, I should be able to find two things. That is, one is the private key, another one is the public key. So basically, we are going to copy this public key and insert it into our server, and then we can log in with this November 19 key that we just created. So let us go ahead and copy this public key. And I'm just going to copy only up to the user ID. I don't want the user ID part, so I'm just going to copy that. I'm just going to clear the screen here so we can come back and connect to the server. Let us go back here and let us run command. And since we are running an AWS instance that is a Linux based instance, I'm just going to choose a platform type as Linux. And on the second page, you will find run shell scripts. Here we are going to use a simple command to insert the authorized keys here. I'm pasting the public key and I'm going to send the output to the home directory of EC2 user, and under SSH directory we will have authorized keys. That's it, we are done here. Just scroll down, select the instance. This is where the most interesting pieces happens. If you want to select instances based on tags, you can do that, or if you want to do it manually also, you can go ahead and choose which instances you want to change it. Or if you have created resource groups, then select the resource group. For example, you might have created a resource group for web tier or app tier or my batch processing servers, so you can go ahead and choose those instances and rotate your keys. So let us click on the instance that we are running, and you can have a rate control also if you want to do it 10 at a time, 20 at a time, or if there is a failure you want to stop immediately, you can do a rate control also. And you have mechanisms to redirect the output to an S3 bucket or CloudWatch logs so that you can monitor what is happening, and if there is an error or you want to investigate when you last change the key, and all those things is possible. Just click on run and it should just run almost instantaneously because we are just running one simple command here. So it is done here. I'm just going to copy the server's public IP address. So let us just go ahead and try and connect to the server. There you go. We just rotated our keys and we are able to connect to the server. So if you remember the location, I inserted the keys here. You should be able to find two keys here. And the first one was the VAR key that was already there when the machine booted, and we just inserted one more key and we are able to log in. So in future, if you want to actually do the proper job of rotating your keys after testing out everything is working fine, you can elaborate your commands so that you can remove the old authorized keys also, so that you just have only one file or one key there. If you remember, we are doing a double redirect symbol. That means that it appends to the file. If you just do a simple single one, it just overwrites the file. Basically, you will be having only one authorized keys. That's a basic Linux command. I will leave that as an exercise if you can try it out, and let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.